Hello, hello. I am with Crystal Shell today from HelloGuestScreen. Now, I know you're questioning what is HelloGuestScreen, and so was I when I first learned about it. But if you're in the Airbnb industry, if you are a vacation rental owner, if you're VRBO, or you're a short term rental operator, you're going to want to hang close to your seats today. Maybe grab a pen and paper and take some notes because today Crystal is going to explain to us what Hello Screen is and how it applies to your Airbnb and how it can actually help you with ratings and reviews, help create a better user experience, all the things, right? So I'm really excited that we have Crystal on our show today. Please help me welcome Crystal Shell. How are you today?
Hi, I'm great. And thank you, Angela, for having me. I'm so excited to be on your podcast. So I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you for joining us today. When I heard about Hello Guest Screen and I heard that you were going to be able to come on our show today, I have so many questions. And I know a lot of our B&B owners do as well, because we are in an age right now where technology is helping us run our businesses. And this is a way that we can do better with the business that we have as a B&B owner or a short-term rental owner. If you will, let's just dig right in and let's hear how you got involved in this industry, the Airbnb industry, and then with Hello Guest Screen. So tell us who you are, tell us how you came into this space, and then I want to hear all about why you're so passionate about Hello Guest Screen.
Okay. As you said, my name is Crystal Shell. I'm the founder of HelloGuestScreen. And I got into HelloGuestScreen because I started my first Airbnb about 15 years ago. My daughter was in college and I was trying to find some type of supplemental income to take care of her books and all the other expenses that come with that. And I just loved it. I've always loved hospitality and serving, but my background is technology as a systems engineer for 20 years. And then beyond that, having technology and hospitality kind of wrap itself together. That's where Hello Guest Screen was kind of born. So Airbnb's 15 years Superhost. I've never missed a quarter of getting the Superhost status. We now
Whoa.
yeah, we now have 9 properties. We have 11 total, but 2 long-term and 9 Airbnbs. So just super busy. And like everybody else, I was always looking for something new. What's the latest and greatest to come out? And I would go on Pinterest, Etsy, you name it, just trying to find something that would set my Airbnb apart. And so I just remembered younger going into nice resorts and hotels where they would have your family name on the screen. They would welcome you. And even as a kid, you'd just be so excited to see your name on the TV. And so I just started kind of letting those wheels go in motion and think, how nice would it be for somebody? Because even if it's not like a 5-star or 4-star hotel, you won't see it in hotels. And I realize why. It's extremely expensive because it has to be integrated with the reservation system.
Mm.
With this, you don't. So I started thinking about it. And again, technology is my background. So we started developing it. It took us 2 years to develop it. And it was just trying to get all the bells and whistles, trying to think of everything, which really wasn't that difficult for me because I've been in this line of work for 15 years and I know what makes a superhost and what superhosts look for. So that's how we crossed over into Hello Guest Screen. And we just launched in December. And all of the beta testing we did with Superhost, they all was like, I want it. Can I keep it right now? And we're like, no, because it's not launched yet. We'll let you know. So we knew we were really onto something.
So let's go back for a second because you mentioned Superhost. And if you are new to the Airbnb industry, or if you are just watching the replay, or if you're joining us live today, you might be asking, like, hey, I don't know what a Superhost is and I don't want to seem stupid. So I'm going to ask, can you explain to us what a Superhost is and what they have to do to maintain that Superhost status? Because you said you've never missed a quarter without that status. And I know how incredibly hard that is. So tell us what that is and how you become a Superhost.
Okay, so you start out your first quarter. Let's just say it's your first 3 months of listing your property, and you're just the host. With that 3 months, you need to get 4.95 stars for every single reservation for that 3 months. And when you first start out, you have to have a minimum of 10 nights. And these things kind of change, but they have their criteria, but the gist of it is to make sure your property is above all standards, cleaning, quality. The pictures need to be representative of what you put on the platform, all of those things. And with that, they basically rate you every 3 months to see if you're still staying on top of taking care of your guests and keeping your property as it should be. That is what we've been able to do quarter after quarter after quarter on all properties that we have. Now, I will tell you one thing is the way we got down to 4.9, you do have these guests where I had one guy to give me a flat 4, not a 4.5, because the battery in the smoke alarm, the chirping started, but he never reached out. We keep extra batteries in the drawer. He never reached out. And so he didn't realize, he was very apologetic because I sent him a message. I said, if you just would have told me, I would have told you where the extra batteries were. Or I could have sent somebody over to change it for you. And so you always have those guests that really just don't realize that 4 stars they're giving you is knocking you down really, a lot. And it
Mhm.
could be something so minor. So it is very difficult. And we do pride ourselves on it because, of course, the cleaning is the number one thing that will drop your score faster than anything. And all of our cleaners and stuff, we know like a hair or something like that is the kiss of death. That's one of the probably largest quality attributes of being a super host. And once you've done that, they put the banner on there and your property shows up in the top 10% that's shown first.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube, you will see that both Crystal and I have our hair pulled back really tight and gelled to our heads. And it's because we both understand what a loose hair can do inside the B&B industry. So
Right.
when you
That's
go into a property, we know that genetically all of us lose about 150 hairs a day off of our heads. And we, neither me nor Crystal, can control when those hairs like fly out of our heads, right? They're going
right.
to get lost at different times of the day. And so as a cleaner, where the rating and review is everything, you want to make sure that while you're cleaning, because here's the thing, you go to make the bed, one of your own hairs could fall off into the bed. You didn't sleep in the bed. And
Right.
it could be completely clean linens that you're putting on the bed right now for the first time. One of your hairs falls off your head into the bed, and suddenly somebody pulls back the pillow. There's a hair, and then they're not staying there. And you can lose an
Exactly.
entire night's stay over that and get terrible ratings and reviews. So to be
Exactly.
a super host, it doesn't mean just gluing your hair down, but that is one of the things that is great. But you have such high standards you have to live by. And what Crystal is saying is this is just not a one-time thing. This is every quarter they rate you on those standards. And so I'm really curious to know after all these years, and then you add multiple properties to that. How on earth did you stay a super host? This is amazing. Tell me more.
Well, see, I've always been big on quality and processes. It's just who I am. So, what we did years ago is when someone checks out, our cleaner goes in, they clean up. We have a quality control person that goes in after them. Now, they both have checklists. So, when the cleaner leaves and sends that checklist, it'll have notes on there. Hey, this light bulb is out. Hey, the remote battery was dead. She sends it back to our management office and it goes to the manager and the QC person. And that triggers 2 things. One, you can get on over there and QC it. She's done. And number 2, here's a list of things that she noticed that definitely need to be fixed, repaired, or changed out. And then,
And
of course,
QC is quality control,
quality control.
right?
Yeah, quality control. Yeah, sorry. So on that list, he already has his other things. Look behind the bathroom door, look on both sides of the shower curtain. It's things that would slow your normal cleaner down, but things that a quality control person can go through and be done in 30 minutes. Once that's done, it's very hard to drop a ball with 2 sets of eyes on that. And that's what we've been doing from the beginning. And we get that list and it's taken care of.
And from the cleaner's standpoint, I want the cleaner to go through and do all of those checks themselves so that when the quality control person comes, there is nothing for them to report. Nothing. We
Right.
want to make
Right.
sure that everything is seamless. Do you ever get to a point where a quality control person follows a cleaner and they're like, that person never makes me do anything different. I don't need to go in and check after that person, or do they go in no matter what?
They just about always find something, but it's really generally not the cleaner's responsibility when they find something. Because if we were to put that entire list on them, they would be in there for 4 or 5 hours. All of our homes are 3 bedrooms. Some of them have 2 living rooms, large kitchens. So we just want them to clean, 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 and not worry about turning on every lamp, turning on every TV, making sure the streaming is working, those types of things.
I
So,
got
yeah, so it's generally always something there.
I love this. Okay, so now you got 2 sets of eyes on the property. So Crystal, tell our listeners where they can go to find you and like what the startup costs, what the startup process is. I know you said you're doing a limited free setup remotely. If you were going to get started today, like what happens? How does someone do this?
Okay, so you go to HelloGuestScreen.com and you look for the banner for the click here for limited time. We will set your first screen up for you. Once you do that, you will get an email within 24 hours saying your screen is now completed. Schedule with the Calendly link below, and then it will be a 15-minute shared screen call. We'll walk you through it, show you how easy it was. We'll show you how to schedule the guests, and you're done. We also have a free 14-day trial
Oh,
right now.
wow.
So you can try it for 2 weeks. You're not going to lose any time by signing up, and then you don't get a chance to set it up for 10 days, and then you only have 4 days left. Your free trial will start with that Calendly call. So 14 days free. We'll set up the screen for you, and you're done.